Hello, New York State taxpayers. Upset about your taxes and how your money is spent? Upset about the conditions of the roads? Here's Transit Road in Depew. Do you see this bridge? Look at this. It takes years and years to show interior rebar on a concrete foundation for a bridge. This is a railroad bridge. CSX, Norfolk Southern, and DOT, New York State DOT, have been fighting over who's going to fix it, who's going to repair it and make it safe. This is Transit Road in Depew. This road receives so very much traffic. And as you can see right here, on the left and on the right, you got rebar, interior rebar, exposed and crumbling as we stand here. Take a closer look. There's a chunk about to fall down. Where would it fall? Guess what? See that car that just drove by? Maybe there. Maybe in the roadway, making that car swerve to the left into oncoming traffic. Imagine if you're walking, your kids are walking, they're riding their bikes, and a piece of concrete falls down on top of them. What if it scared them so much that they went ahead and fell into the road? How hard would that be? Take a look at this. This is what New York State is allowing to be as a safe bridge. This is what Norfolk Southern and CSX are responsible to coordinate and fix and maintain. Now, New York State maintains that they have no control and no say over the bridges. They say that over the last decade, they've written 2 letters of warning that they need to fix it, and it's the law that they fix it. Apparently, this hasn't been done. Take a look at this. How many tons and tons of railway traffic travels over this every day? Tons and tons. Do you think it's a smooth ride? Do you think it might actually be a crumbly ride, a bumpy ride that would make this even more of a hazard? Makes you wonder, doesn't it, why they're still fighting over it? Makes you wonder how stuff like this can exist. This is amazing. Look at that. Look at this. This is the condition of the roads, of the bridges here in New York State, in Depew, at Transit Road. Mayor Hoffman has spent a good deal of effort, gone out of his way, and put his job in jeopardy pretty much by complaining about this. And nothing's happened. This is what we see when we watch, and when we walk, and when we drive. Does this concern you? Here you go. That little bit of bubble gum is probably more stable than the actual concrete that it's sitting on top of. I gotta tell you, this makes me mad. I wonder where my taxpayer dollar goes when I see stuff like this. I can't help but say, you know what? People in Depew have been screaming about it and nothing has happened. So, me being the loudmouth that I am, that's the only thing I'm really good at. You know what? I've got to go ahead and speak out for them. Maybe someone will pay attention. Think of all those rich neighborhood roads and bridges that are getting fixed that don't need it. Think about it. They don't need it, and they're getting fixed, repaved, whatever it is. Well, this continues to go on. This is an absolute disgrace. I can't understand why it's been this long. It doesn't just happen overnight. It's not an accident that created this. This is something that has gone on for quite some time. Do you know of a neighborhood, bridge, or road that is similar to this? I'll tell you what. I want you to look at something. These are the people right here. These are the people that are in charge of it. New York State DOT contact. He is, in fact, the guy that I just spoke to and said that he sent a couple letters over the last decade or whatever, just warning them that they need to take care of it. It's their obligation by law. The CSX rep, I didn't even bother talking to him. But there's their names. There's their phone numbers. You can call them up. Because apparently calling up Tim Kenedy Dennis Gaberczak, Brian Higgins, all those other politicians apparently haven't gotten it done. Words, words, words. Now, while they're talking and they're debating and they're being politically correct and they're playing games and we're paying taxes left and right, being overtaxed, this is the condition of the bridges that we're looking at. You know what? I'd almost sooner travel over that. Maybe they ought to open that one up instead. Now, down the road, I want you to see this. 2 more bridges. The exact same. I'm not even going to walk down there because it's too much of a hazard to walk in those things. Same thing, same condition. You see that sign? Road work begins north of the bridges. North of the bridges, not on the bridges. This is going to be what, a repaving project? What are you going to do, clean out the gutters? In the meantime, this is what you got with big truck traffic, railway traffic over this. Within less than 10 miles is the major Buffalo, New York railway hub. Millions of dollars have been given to them in grant money, state taxpayer money. The state doesn't have money, it's your money. Your money. And this is what the conditions of the bridges are? We're giving them tax money for this? This isn't happening in Clarence and Spalding Lake, I guarantee you that. This isn't happening in an Orchard Park where, you know what, the roads are in a lot better condition there. You need to address this. You need to call these people and you need to find out why they're not fixing this. You need to call them and figure out why we are constantly allowed to travel on this road in this kind of condition. Mothers with children. Look at this. Tons and tons of railway traffic travels over this daily. There are 3 bridges on a major thoroughfare, Route 78, Transit into Pew. This is what you're driving under. Do I need to remind you? Look at this. Okay? This is what's happening. Decades. I can pull it apart with my fingers. Politicians should be ashamed for not shutting down this road and getting it fixed. It's up to you. You'd complain about your school taxes. You get the vote on that budget. How come you don't get the vote on Department of Transportation budget? How come you don't get the vote on big bank bailout budgets? How come you don't get the vote on billions of dollars of foreign aid to countries that hate us and want to see us die? We're fixing bridges in Iraq, Afghanistan, all over the world, and we can't take care of our own bridges. What are you going to do about it? It's up to you. Are you going to call? Are you going to spend 5 minutes? I just gave you the numbers. How long will it take for this to get worse? How many people will have to actually risk dying from a railroad train falling down or concrete falling down? What are you going to do?